What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Today I'll be talking about episode 29, which is titled Electrifying Jealousy, Yamper's Feelings. Chloe has finally gotten her much deserved screen time and man am I happy about it. Well, let's hear about it. The episode started off with Chloe laying in bed. She sees something in the magazine she's reading, gets up and hears something bang on her window. She doesn't think anything of it, so she goes out of her room and talks to her mom. Chloe asks her mom if the drawing was of her. Even though she says that it's not her, but a fictional character, Parker made sure to reaffirm to Chloe that yes, this is you. Heck, the only reason that Chloe was upset was because it was a drawing of her with frizzy hair. Yamper starts barking at them, coming from the back of the house. Yamper is walking up to the house with a Pidove in its mouth. It was a cute scene with Professor Cerise showing that yes, indeed, that he specializes in Pokemon. Chloe and the rest of them see that the Pidove has an injured wing. They decide to take in the Pidove until it can fly again. Don't worry, Ash and Go are having their own problems. Pikachu and Riolu were training with each other for a bit at the Cerise Park. Go calls over to Ash to tell him that he can't find where Sobble went. They go off to look for Sobble and find out a whole bunch of the Pokemon in the park were crying. That's obviously a sign that Sobble is nearby. Go gets Dustox and Butterfree to use Stun Spore, allowing them to see Sobble. Dragonite is able to hug Sobble and keep it calm. With Sobble no longer lost, we can safely turn back to the main part of the episode. Chloe and her family are taking care of Pidove, giving it food and all the whatnot. Yamper chases Pidove around the room until Pidove goes on Yamper's back. It found it really nice on Yamper's back, so it stayed there happily. Yamper found this more annoying than anything else, and even through its best efforts, isn't really able to get it off its own back. Chloe is working on things in her room where Pidove is hanging out for the time being. Pidove wants to look at the magazine Chloe was looking at earlier, and when she saw the drawing of Chloe with the frizzy hair, it went nuts. It was obvious that Pidove really liked the frizzy hair in the drawing, or maybe the drawing itself, you never know. Even at night, Pidove is still on Yamper's back. Yamper tries to get Pidove off of its back, but it's still no use. That next morning, while they're eating, Yamper starts biting at Chloe's uniform when Chloe was giving more attention to Pidove. After some confusion, Professor Cerise explains to the family that Yamper is most likely jealous because Pidove is getting all of the attention from Chloe and Yamper's not getting much of it. After hearing that, it was time to leave for school, so Chloe goes to school with Yamper, looking as annoyed as ever. Professor Cerise posts about how they found an injured Pidove. This was to see if it was a lost Pokemon or not, so it can be returned to its original trainer if it has an original trainer in the first place. Chloe returns home and Yamper and Pidove seem to be getting along. I mean, they were getting along until Pidove perched on Chloe's shoulder where Yamper once again went crazy and barked a frickin' storm. As soon as Pidove went back on Yamper's back, Yamper stopped barking and seemed to be content once again. Yamper wants Pidove to stop clinging to Chloe. Once again, Professor Cerise explaining its jealousy, but also saying that Chloe was like this before. Now time for a little backstory with Chloe and Yamper. Back when Chloe was younger, Chloe didn't like Yamper because of all of the attention it got. It got to the point where Chloe blatantly said to Yamper that she would rather have Yamper not be here at all. This would get Yamper to leave the house and go missing. When Chloe heard about Yamper missing, she went out looking for Yamper. While out, she was frightened by 3 Venonat. Yamper comes back and scared the Venonat away, and well, this is what started the connection between Yamper and Chloe. Yamper seemed to be really happy that Chloe came to look for it. After hearing about that story from Professor Cerise, Yamper and Pidove were attacked by a Fearow. Yamper hands off Pidove so he can protect everyone from the Fearow. Once again, Chloe has been instructed to be the one to order Yamper to fight. Because of how close the two of them are, Professor Cerise probably saw it as a good bonding moment. Chloe tells Yamper to use Spark, who hits the Fearow directly, immediately knocking it out. Fearow flies away, which means that Yamper and Chloe have successfully once again fought off another Pokemon. Pidove does indeed have an original trainer, and it looks like that trainer has found the post Professor Cerise posted. According to the trainer, the Pidove is an important part to his racing team. Even though they've connected with Pidove, the whole family are happy to see it go happy with its trainer. Chloe and her mom comment about a book that Professor Cerise is writing, which talks about how people and Pokemon can continue living in peace together, which, you know, might come back to play later. I'm keeping an eye on it. And, well, with that, the episode comes to an end. This episode did the impossible for the Pokemon Journeys anime, and I'm happy that it did. It gave Chloe more development. Ain't that amazing? Jokes aside, Chloe and Yamper have once again displayed their bond in beautiful fashion, but besides that, the episode was kind of lacking. It had its moments for sure, but it's hard to say that this was a strong episode in my opinion for a number of reasons. Let's talk the strong points first. We got to get a lot more into Chloe's character, and it feels like we got more of what her backstory has to offer than Go, but whatever. First off, we got to see once again that Chloe does not find it easy to perceive Pokemon emotions, as she, for the most part, can't tell what Yamper is really feeling, and every time something happens like this, it has to be explained to her. Why is Yamper pulling this and that? It's still common for her not to understand these sorts of things. It was nice to see how Chloe and Yamper first started bonding with each other. I mean, of course, I expected it was like this the whole time, but I'm happy to see there's a little more depth to it, and I feel like it makes the bond between them a lot more memorable to the viewer. Yamper getting development too was fun. This episode has shown that even though it can be against some things, Yamper still cares about protecting people, and that was shown when Yamper put itself on the line against Firo. Now, on to the not so great things. First off, I know I'm talking about how Chloe and Yamper have an amazing connection, but how much more did we need of that? We already had an episode like that. The episode was all about Yamper, sure, but I feel like it wasn't that entertaining to watch until the backstory came to play. Furthermore, I think that the episode really over-dramatized Chloe and Yamper battling. We already know that Yamper wants to protect people, and well, we already had a scene having Chloe and Yamper battle, so I mean, it's fine, but I feel like if they didn't do that, they could at least fit in something else. Something with Pidove, maybe? I think I got my hopes up way too high because of Pidove. I understand that this is supposed to be an episode focused on Yamper, for the most part, so I'm probably just seeing this the wrong way. This episode was fine. It was a good episode, but it wasn't something that I would say is a must watch. Heck, nothing too important happened besides development for Chloe and Yamper. It's a welcome addition to Chloe's short screen time list, but I wish that the end would feel more impactful than I felt like it should have. Overall, I can say this. This episode was surely a Chloe Yamper episode, alright? And that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting the like button because that is super highly appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. What do you think about Chloe now after this episode? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys think, and I swear every time I was writing the script, every time I wrote in Chloe, or wow, I was supposed to write in Chloe, I typed in Koharu, but whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.